What if I told you that there is an ancient legend that holds the secret to controlling your reality? In this video, we will not only explore the enigma of the guardian of the cosmos and how modern science confirms his legacy, but I will also share a surprising story. The day my life changed forever after an unexpected encounter. Could that moment hold the key to unlocking your own power? Stay, because what you're about to discover could transform the way you understand the universe and your place in it. In ancient Mesopotamia, the story is told of a wise man known as the guardian of the cosmos, a man who, according to legend, possessed the power to communicate directly with the forces that govern the universe. He was not a magician or a supernatural being, but someone who had understood a fundamental truth. The universe was not chaotic or distant, but a web of energy and vibrations that responded to the will of those who knew how to align themselves with it. According to stories, the guardian learned this knowledge in a hidden temple, where priests taught that every human thought and emotion was like an echo in the cosmos, capable of influencing the very fabric of reality. Although the story seemed like a fable, later generations began to realize that perhaps it hid a deeper, more applicable truth. Today, quantum physics seems to offer proof that this legend is not just a myth. This revolutionary field of science has discovered that everything in the universe vibrates at specific frequencies, from the smallest particles to the most distant galaxies. This knowledge, previously reserved for spirituality and philosophy, shows us that the vibrations of our thoughts and emotions can interact with this energetic network. Experiments like wave function collapse demonstrate that the act of observing alters reality, suggesting that our consciousness is not just a spectator, but a crucial player in the way the universe manifests. If this is true, it means that within each of us resides a spark of the guardian of the cosmos, an unexplored potential that connects us with the power to shape our reality. The key, as legend taught, is in harmonizing our intentions with the natural flow of universal energies. When our emotions vibrate in sync with our desires, we can unlock doors that previously seemed unattainable. This is not magic or superstition. It is the science of the universe working in harmony with human consciousness. The story of the Guardian invites us to reflect on our true nature. What if the power to transform our lives has always been within the reach of our minds? This sage's legacy may be proof that we don't need amulets or supernatural powers to access the vast potential of the cosmos. We just need to understand that we are part of this infinite fabric, and that each of our thoughts is a thread that contributes to weaving our reality. 2. How quantum physics confirms your power to shape reality. Quantum physics, a field that has revolutionized our understanding of reality, has revealed a fact that is as surprising as it is disturbing. Everything we think we know about the universe is constantly changing depending on how we observe it. This principle, known as wave function collapse, suggests that subatomic particles exist in multiple states at the same time until an observer intervenes. In other words, the mere act of paying attention can transform a possibility into reality. This discovery not only defies our logic, but also confirms what many spiritual traditions have held for centuries. Our minds have the power to interact directly with the fabric of the universe. Imagine for a moment that every thought you have is like a stone thrown into a lake. The waves it generates not only alter the surface water, but also affect its internal structure. Similarly, our thoughts and emotions not only influence our perception of the world, but also shape the events we experience. This is not just a metaphor. Studies have shown that human emotions emit measurable frequencies that can alter our environment. Gratitude, for example, produces high-frequency vibrations that create coherence in the body and mind, while fear and anger have the opposite effect, creating disharmony and chaos. The connection between quantum physics and spirituality becomes even more evident when we explore the concept of energy fields. According to this theory, everything in the universe is interconnected through invisible networks of energy. When we think about something intensely, our vibrations resonate with those of the universe, attracting to us experiences and people that match our frequency. This is not a simple coincidence. It is the result of a quantum phenomenon known as entanglement, where particles separated by vast distances remain connected. Understanding this power invites us to take deep responsibility for how we think and feel. Quantum physics not only tells us that we can influence reality, it also reminds us that we must do it with intention and purpose. Every thought we generate and every emotion we cultivate are like seeds we plant in the infinite field of possibilities of the universe. By consciously choosing what to plant, we can begin to design a life that is aligned with our deepest dreams. It was a seemingly ordinary day. The city streets bustled with the usual noise of engines and distant conversations, while I walked with my mind lost in trivial concerns. But then, something extraordinary happened. It was an unexpected, almost imperceptible encounter with a man who seemed invisible to the rest of the world. His gaze was serene, and his words, although simple, carried a charge of wisdom that resonated deeply with me. Your reality is a reflection of what you harbor inside. Change your thoughts, and the world around you will change with you. At first, his words sounded like one of those cliches you read in self-help books. But something in his tone, in the intensity of his presence, forced me to question my perception. That same night, I began to look at my life with new eyes. Was it possible that my problems, my frustrations, were a projection of my own thoughts and emotions? I began to notice patterns. On days when I woke up with gratitude, things seemed to flow better, while negativity attracted more chaos. This man, whose identity I never learned, had planted a seed of curiosity that would transform my life. Over time, that concern led me to explore concepts of quantum physics and spirituality. I discovered that, in fact, our thoughts are not mere internal events, but waves of energy that interact with the external world. Science confirmed it. Emotions like gratitude and love raise our vibration, while fear and anger lower it. But what really changed my perspective was understanding that I was not a victim of circumstances, but the creator of my own reality. This chance encounter taught me that the power to transform my life did not depend on external forces, but on my ability to align my thoughts, emotions, and actions. That day marked the beginning of a journey towards self-discovery. What seemed like a trivial conversation with a stranger became the catalyst for profound change. Since then, every moment of doubt or difficulty reminds me of his words. Your reality begins within you. Perhaps that man was more than just a stranger. Maybe it was a messenger, a manifestation of the universe showing me that the power to change my destiny had always been within me. If you believe in the forces that govern the universe and are ready to align your life with that infinite power, write in the comments, I am connected to the creative force. Do it as a commitment to yourself, a first step towards transformation. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and leave a like to continue receiving more content that unlocks your true potential. Imagine for a moment that your mind is like an antenna, constantly emitting signals to the universe. These signals, made up of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, not only stay inside you but travel beyond you, interacting with the environment around you. Quantum physics and spirituality agree that these signals act like a magnet, attracting circumstances, people, and experiences that resonate with the energy you generate. This means that what you think and feel not only influences how you perceive the world, but also defines what kind of reality manifests around you. Science has shown that our thoughts are not abstract. They are energy patterns that have a tangible impact. Neuroscience studies have revealed that intense emotions, whether positive or negative, generate brainwaves that can alter our immediate environment. For example, gratitude and love emit high frequencies that promote coherence, while stress and fear generate disharmony. This explains why, when you are in a positive emotional state, things seem to flow more easily, while negativity tends to attract more obstacles. But it's not just about thinking positively. For your mind to become an effective magnet, it is essential that your thoughts and emotions are aligned. If you want something but harbor doubts or fear, you are sending mixed signals to the universe. It's like tuning into a radio station with interference. The signal is not clear and the message is lost. The key is to combine clear intention with intense, coherent emotions, which generates a powerful magnetic field that attracts exactly what you want. Understanding this completely transforms our relationship with reality. We are no longer passive spectators of what happens, but active creators. Every thought, every emotion, and every belief we cultivate is a piece in the puzzle of our existence. By recognizing that our mind is a magnet, we gain the power to reprogram it, consciously choosing what signals we want to send to the universe and what kind of life we want to build. Life is full of moments when our emotions and thoughts seem to take control, dragging us into states of anxiety, anger, or doubt. But what if there was a simple technique that could interrupt this cycle and give you back control in a matter of seconds? The 4-second technique, based on principles of neuroscience and personal development, is a powerful resource to redirect your energy and transform any situation into an opportunity for growth. The secret of this technique lies in its simplicity. Whenever you are faced with a negative thought or an intense emotional reaction, stop and breathe deeply for 4 seconds. This brief interval creates a mental space that interrupts your brain's automatic patterns, allowing you to choose a more conscious response. Science supports this approach. When you intentionally pause, you reduce activity in the amygdala, the part of the brain that generates stress responses, and activate the prefrontal cortex, responsible for logical thinking and decision-making. But the true magic of this technique is not just in the pause, but in what you do with that moment. During those 4 seconds, you can redirect your attention to a positive affirmation, a visualization of your goal, or even a simple feeling of gratitude. This shift in focus not only calms your mind, but also raises your vibration, aligning you with the energy needed to overcome the challenge you face. With practice, this technique becomes an automatic habit, a powerful tool for maintaining balance, even in the most challenging situations. The 4-second technique does not require years of training or special skills. All you need is the willingness to try. Although it may seem like a small change, its cumulative effects can profoundly transform your life. Every time you choose to pause and redirect your energy, you are reprogramming your brain, reinforcing positive thought patterns and weakening negative ones. It's a reminder that even in the most chaotic moments, you always have the power to take control and shape your reality. Imagine that your emotions are the compass of your life, constantly marking the direction of your energy and defining the quality of your connection with the universe. Each emotion you feel emits a specific frequency, like a melody that vibrates in the immense energy field that surrounds us. Emotions such as love, gratitude, and joy produce high vibrations, generating coherence not only in your mind and body, but also in your environment. On the other hand, fear, anger, and sadness emit dense and disordered frequencies, creating a disconnection that limits our ability to manifest our desires. In essence, our emotions are not simple responses. They are powerful forces that determine how we interact with reality. Science has begun to unravel the crucial role of emotions in our biology and energy. Studies in neuroscience have shown that positive emotions generate the release of neurotransmitters, such as dopamine and serotonin, creating a state of well-being that strengthens our mental and physical resilience. In contrast, negative emotions activate the fight or flight response in the brain, triggering a cascade of stress hormones that can wear down our health and cloud our perception. On a quantum level, this translates into vibrations that impact the way our intentions interact with the energy field of the universe. However, the true power of our emotions lies in their ability to amplify our intentions. When we align a thought with an intense emotion, such as enthusiasm or gratitude, we are creating a much stronger vibrational field that resonates with universal energies. This explains why visualizations and affirmations are so much more effective when they are charged with genuine emotion. However, this connection also implies a responsibility. If we let negative emotions dominate, we are sending signals that will attract more situations that reinforce that emotional state. Deciphering this divine code is learning to be guardians of our emotions. This does not mean repressing or ignoring them, but observing them, understanding their origin, and redirecting their energy towards constructive intentions. Every time you choose to transform fear into courage, frustration into gratitude, or sadness into hope, you are raising your vibration and reconfiguring your connection to the universe. Your emotions are the key to shaping your destiny, and by mastering them, you become the conscious creator of your reality. Since ancient times, great leaders, artists, and visionaries have used the power of imagination to shape their dreams before they materialize in the physical world. Visualization, more than just a fantasy, is an intentional process in which our mind creates detailed and emotional images of our desires, transforming them into a vibrational map that guides our actions. But the key is not just to imagine. True magic occurs when visualization is combined with consistent actions, creating a cycle where the imaginary and the concrete work in perfect harmony to manifest our goals. Modern science supports this power. Research in neuroscience has shown that when we imagine a scenario clearly, our brain activates the same areas it would use if that experience were actually happening. This not only boosts our confidence and motivation, but also programs our minds to look for and recognize opportunities that previously went unnoticed. However, visualization alone is not enough. Each mental image needs to be supported by strong emotions, such as enthusiasm or gratitude, that raise our vibration and amplify our intention. Action, for its part, is what anchors our vision to the physical world. Every step we take, no matter how small it may seem, sends a signal to the universe that we are committed to our goal. This commitment creates a domino effect. Our aligned actions attract resources, people, and circumstances that drive progress toward our goals. This is where the true synergy between visualizing and acting lies. By combining the energy of our intentions with the power of our decisions, we create an unstoppable flow that transforms the intangible into the tangible. Visualizing without acting is daydreaming, while acting without visualizing is moving aimlessly. By integrating these two forces, you are not only designing your life, but you are also living in tune with the universal laws of creation. Remember that every great achievement begins in the mind, but is achieved with the hands. The universe is always willing to conspire in your favor, but it needs you to take the first action to demonstrate your commitment to the vision you wish to manifest. For centuries, science and spirituality were perceived as opposing forces, each with its own interpretation of reality. However, in recent decades, these two perspectives have begun to converge, revealing that the principles that govern the physical universe also have profound spiritual implications. Quantum physics, in particular, has shown that everything in the universe is interconnected through invisible energy fields, an idea that resonates with the teachings of many spiritual traditions that speak of a universal force that unites us all. One of the most fascinating discoveries in quantum physics is entanglement, a phenomenon in which two particles remain connected no matter the distance between them. This principle not only defies the laws of classical physics, but also suggests that our actions, thoughts, and emotions have a much broader impact than we imagine. From a spiritual perspective, this means that every intention we generate is connected to the vast fabric of the cosmos, sending out ripples that can influence our reality and that of others. Spiritual physics invites us to see ourselves not as separate entities, but as part of a universal energy field where everything is in constant interaction. When our beliefs and emotions are aligned with this flow, we experience synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that seem to guide our path toward our goals. But when we are in disharmony, our connection to this field weakens, which explains why we often face blocks or unexpected results. This connection between science and faith reminds us that to create our reality, we need to balance our logic with our intuition. Understanding this union is a call to live with conscious intention. It is not about choosing between science or spirituality, but rather integrating both to take advantage of the full potential of our existence. In doing so, we not only begin to experience the universe as an ally, but we also discover that the creation of our reality is not an isolated act, but a dance between our mind, our faith, and the laws that govern the cosmos. From the moment we are born, we absorb beliefs, habits, and patterns that shape our perception of the world. These narratives, often inherited from our family and environment, act as a script that dictates our decisions, limiting what we believe is possible. But what few people understand is that this script is not set in stone. With the right tools, it is possible to rewrite our history, transforming our limitations into opportunities and our fears into engines for change. The first step to regain control over your destiny is to recognize that you are not a passive spectator, but the author of your life. Every thought you harbor, every decision you make, and every emotion you feel are the brushes with which you paint your reality. Although the past may seem immutable, its power over you fades when you choose to interpret it as a series of lessons rather than a chain of limitations. This change in perspective is the beginning of a transformation that extends from within you to everything around you. Neuroscience and spirituality agree that change begins with small, conscious acts. Every time you choose a positive thought over a negative one, you are creating new neural connections that reinforce empowering patterns. At the same time, when you practice gratitude, visualization, and meditation, you are sending signals to the universe that you are ready to receive the best it has to offer you. This process is not instantaneous, but with consistency, each small effort adds up, generating a deep and lasting impact. Your destiny is not predetermined. It is in your hands, waiting for you to take up the pen and start writing a new story. No matter how complicated your present seems, or how heavy the burdens of the past are, every moment is an opportunity to choose a different path, to align with your purpose, and to manifest the life you have always dreamed of. The question is not if you can change, but if you are willing to take the first step.